This is a video about the question how to adapt a cone 8 glaze for cone 6a. Here we have the LEACH whiting glaze for cone 8 with these very nice simple numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4, 3, 2, 1. 40 parts of feldspar, 30 parts of flint, 20 parts of whiting and 10 parts of kaolin. Our attention is focused on the recipe and the unitive formula with the Al2O3 value and the relation of alumina and silica. The composition of the flux should stay the same. For the calculation, we use a spreadsheet by Tony Hansen from Digital Fire Medicine Hat, Canada. My name is Cornelius Breimann from Germany. How to start? We can reduce kaolin in steps of 2.5%. The Al2O3 value will fall from 0.42 to 0.38 to 0.35 to 0.31 to 0.28. The Al2O3 value is falling, but the relation of alumina and silica is rising. And here we can see it. It's rising from 1 to 8.85 to 1 to 12.3. The next attempt, the alumina value is falling again, and the flint will be adjusted to keep the alumina-silica relation of the original LEACH recipe. You can see the Al2O3 value is starting with 0.42 and is ending with 0.28. And the alumina-silica ratio starts with 8.85 and is varying a little bit and is ending with 8.51. That are not the exact same numbers, but you can see the idea. Now the question, is it necessary to keep the alumina-silica relation or are variations possible? We take 7.5% of kaolin and have the flint in steps of 5%, which gives us 5%, 10%, 12%, 20%, 25% and 30%. And on the left side you can see the alumina-silica relation is starting with 1 to 5.54 and ends up with 9.47. All the yellow marked samples are usable glazes. And the last case, kaolin is 0 and flint is 7.5% to get the original alumina-silica relation of nearly 1 to 8.8%. And whiting will be reduced in steps of 2.5%. That gives us 20%, 17.5%, 15%, 12.5%, 10%, and 7.5%, and at least 5%. By doing this, we are altering the composition of the flux. And on the left, you can see that the alumina-silica relation is always the same in all cases. But the alumina value is going up from 0.28 to 0.60. Okay, that it is done. Here is a spreadsheet I talked about. To give you an idea how it is working, the above chart will be calculated in the following video. Here we have a spreadsheet for calculating Stoneware Glazes. It is done by Insight. In this column we have all the raw materials. Here we have whiting and silica, feldspar and kaolin. In the yellow column we have all the quantities. And down here in the yellow row we have the unity formula, and we are looking especially for the value of Al2 or 3 here and here, and for the ratio between alumina and silica here. So let us change this to 10. Okay, and now we have the, no, not here, this is 30. And now we have the very famous LEACH recipe, the 4-3-2-1 recipe, which has 40 parts of feldspar, 20 parts of whiting, 30 parts of silica, and 10 parts of kaolin. It is composed for cone 8, and now we want to change it that it could be done by cone 6A. Okay, here we have the original recipe, and down here we have the Al2 or 3 value of 0.42 and the ratio of 1 to 8.85. Okay, we are now reducing the kaolin to 7.5%. No, that's too much. Okay, now it is done. And now we can have a look at the A2 or 3 value. Here it's going down from 0.42 to 0.38. And the ratio of alumina and silica is going up to 9.47. Okay, now we are reducing the silica to 25, from 30 to 25, and we can see here down the 2 or 3 value is still 0.38, and the ratio between alumina and silica is going down to 8.69. Again, we are reducing the silica amount to 20. And we can see here, down here, the Al2O3 value is still 0.38, and the ratio of alumina and silica is going down to 7.9. Again down with the silica to 15. And again the alumina, the Al2O3 value here is still 0.38, and the ratio of alumina and silica is going down to 7.11. And again, now we have 10% of silica, and the Al2O3 value is still 0.38, and the ratio of alumina and silica is going down to 6.33. And again, we are going down to 5, and the Al2O3 value is still 0.38, and the ratio between alumina and silica is going down to 5.54. Okay, here we have done one line of the charts, and all the other done. The other calculations in the chart can be done in the same way. So this is the end for this. All calculations are worth nothing without a proof. Here we have 50 samples from another experiment. This experiment has different numbers, but it is using the same raw materials, and the basis is feldspar with 50% of whiting, as it is with the LEACH glaze. Here we can use this sample as a proof. The samples within the yellow line are the best. The samples are marked with the alumina value and this alumina silica relation. The yellow marked samples in the LEACH glaze have nearly equal numbers, so it is a proof that they are usable glazes for cone 6A. Here you can see the samples which we take as proof for our considerations with their original chart. And you can see that there is always 50% of whiting added to the feldspar. Here we have the 50 samples from the other experiment on the left, and the chart for the LEACH recipe on the right. The samples within the yellow line on the left and the yellow marked samples on the right are the best, with similar numbers for alumina and alumina silica relation. We are coming to the end. The cone 8 glaze could be adapted to cone 6A, and we have a number of possible glazes, as you can see from the yellow marked samples. Probably the quality of the glaze for cone 8 and the for cone 6A may not be the same, but it could be a quality of its own. I hope this video will give you an idea of what could be done when you find your next textbook glaze. Thank you for watching and goodbye.